If you can't tell from my videos, I spend a lot of time at my house. Ever since 2020, you know what I mean. It's been really hard for me to leave my house. So today, I'm gonna go work at a coffee shop. I have a new book that I want to start writing. I know, I have so many things that I need to actually finish, but I'm actually like really enjoying going to this place in my mind and sort of like living through the experience. And actually, the book is about somebody who has a hard time leaving their house. Today, to start the book, I'm going to be challenging the theme of the book that I want to be writing. So, I don't know, I think that's kind of neat. Once I get there, I'm fine. I can just make up a lot of excuses about why I don't want to go. And an easy excuse for that is, well, I don't want to spend the money. There's so many excuses that I can come up with versus an excuse to actually leave. I don't come up with excuses to just get out of the house. I was thinking I was gonna go to this one coffee shop where they have a really good expensive matcha, but my boyfriend actually, kind of to help me with this, he got like a subscription basically, like a drink pass at Panera Bread. They have coffee there. And so if you just go, I can like use his number and get like a cheaper coffee or like free coffee basically. I don't have to worry about the cost. I don't want him to be spending his money every month and then me not use this pass. Now it makes me nervous. Like, what if they're like, no, we saw him earlier, screw you. Like, I don't know. Like, what if they catch on to me? Like, that makes me nervous. So anyhow, I'm gonna do a very small amount of makeup, probably just like foundation, mascara, brows, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow, and then a lip. The list got longer as I went on. Whenever I get scared, I just think about like this affirmation of like, I can do hard things. And today, I'm going to be doing a hard thing, and it's okay. Because I can do hard things. Maybe this gives you some courage that you can do hard things too. But we're gonna be thinking about that after I do the hard thing. I have to do the hard thing first and not just delete this footage and actually go. I literally caught myself in the middle of trying to do it again. I didn't leave my computer on the charger last night, but it was like on, you know, so it lost some battery. And then my phone was charged last night. And so whenever I was like reading my book, I didn't end up putting it back on the charger. Anyhow, my devices are not fully charged. So I'm like, well, guess you're not gonna go. The thing is, if I go for like an hour or so, my devices should not fully deplete and they should be fine. So we're gonna go anyway. But this is what it happens in real time. Whisper something I could hear. Away for the weekend, shooting a deer. We sit in silence with your rifle by my ear. I'd eat venison forever just to keep you here. But you push me out, I keep you down. You touch my mouth and lie like you mean it, and I'm halfway home. So in the middle, ain't no calling my phone. Speak like a riddle, ain't no break me to pieces and skip town. God, I love when you let me down so bad. I shouldn't take it if they heard you laugh. That would explain it, and I'm so. That was a really good writing session. I wasn't able to write on my computer because my computer was a lot more dead than I expected. It's down to like 15% by the time I got there, and it's at 2% right now because I had to like actually, you know, do work that pays me. The way that I start any book is I will start making bullet points of what I want to happen, like all the action points. And then they go out for a drink, and then he takes her home. Does he kiss her? You know, like that sort of stuff. And so I feel like I got a good, like decent amount of progress on that, which was really exciting to get that done. I don't know, I really like the idea of the script. It's just really like fun. I grew up reading a lot of the like Nicholas Sparks books, and I'm not a fan of his now. They were like my introduction to romances. And so now I have like so many other authors that I love. So now I'm just basically writing like one of those like romances, those like summer romances, and I just want to be writing something summery. And I'm just in such like a summer mood. So I think that's just like really fun to delve into. The coffee was okay. Like it was good. Maybe just needed some more milk. Like it's just very strong coffee. And halfway through, like I ended up needing more sugar. But anywho, good little writing session. I'm gonna head home now. It was good getting out. It came like with its own like set of challenges, but it was good, and I think I can do this more often. And it was only like an hour and a half, like 2 hours, and it wasn't that bad. So I think I can do it again. Hold on. I just discovered putting you in the cabinet, and that looks really good, I must say, because usually you're like way down below and super dark. It's still dark just because of the nature of like my lighting, but hey, what's up? I also wanted to bring this to you. I wish I could remember the name of the creator. If I have time, I'll put it on the screen. We're having leftover Wingstop. There's something I saw that resonated with me the other day. And he said, essentially, it's like the more that you try to do things with an attitude of like, well, I'm lazy and I like have to be like dedicated and I have to work really hard, I have to grind towards something, and then it makes you avoidant of the behavior. Like writing, I get so like in my head, it's like this loop, right, of like, well, I don't feel like writing because it needs to be perfect, and so if I show up and I write, I'm gonna fail. But then here's where the loop happens. Because I'm not writing, I also still feel like a failure. So I'm gonna fail whether I show up or whether I avoid the behavior. And so he's like, instead of saying, and there's a word for it, what is that called? Like discipline, sorry. He's like, whenever you are trying to be disciplined and, you know, work really hard, grind, he's like, it's coming from a place of self-hatred. Your projects, that wasn't even a spicy one and that was hot. You should come at your projects and things that you want to do with self-love and self-compassion. And it's not like, oh, it's okay if you don't do it today, it's all right. It's like, it's it's showing up because you love yourself and you are devoted to yourself. Then you would show up for yourself. Then instead of like, it's like you're telling your brain in the, previous way, you're telling your brain, things are hard and I'm not capable of doing hard things and things like that. And so it's like whenever you start showing up and you prove like this tension I feel with the stickiness of not wanting to do it, but then doing it anyway, and then it's not as scary, like it's not as bad as you think, and then your brain is like, actually, tension comes with feeling successful, feeling proud of myself, having a win of just showing up. It can rewire your brain to think of that sticky tension of like, oh, I really don't want to do this, and it's like, no, it's okay, like I love you and we'll get through it. So it rewires that pathway. It makes you want to do hard things because you're like, I'm gonna feel great after this. Like going out, it's like, man, I'm proud of myself. That was really fun. I got a lot of writing done. Like that was really impressive. And I know because of how hard it was for me to leave the house, I know that it means that much more to me that I actually showed up and I did it. Eventually, the hope is that you are able to like rewire your brain to feel that sort of payoff and that, positivity with it. That's your current tea for the moment. I am gonna go have some delicious wings. I've got the hot honey rub sort of thing. And then I've got some Cajun, which is like their buffalo sauce, but then they have like a Cajun powder that they put on it. I'm not usually like a rub fan on wings, but we're really good. So to fully round out that thought, I have been evaluating my choices, and whenever I'm feeling that tension, I'm asking myself basically like, would you feel better if you did this? Lately, I haven't been going to the gym as much, and I'm feeling tension and like frustration that I'm not going to the gym. But the thing is, sometimes I'm asking myself, I really recently went through something that was really stressful, and it's like, would I feel better today if I did this? And sometimes the answer is yes. And sometimes the answer is actually, I just kind of want to curl up and relax and recover. And both of those answers are fine. Both are coming from a place of like devotion to myself. The same thing like with writing or editing, like, am I going to feel better if I go ahead and edit my video today instead of putting it off? And it's like, yeah, actually I'd be doing future me a favor, and I have no reason not to today. So why am I not? And I don't have to evaluate that question. I can just work on it and get it done. So I really hope that, like, I don't know, with all of my little things, I feel like I'm a little penguin on a beach gathering like all of these beautiful things to sort of share with you guys. And I want all of the pretty things, not only for myself, but I would love it so much if it like impacted you guys and helped you guys out too.
I'll be the boy playing the boombox by your window pane. I'll be the girl wearing your shirt out in the pouring rain. This ain't a rom-com, this is real life, let me show you a way. Don't need a plane again.
You know that's gotta get in there, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. My knees are gonna crack.
Where's that?